Hello baseball fans. This video features my Reds all-time team from 1959 through the 2018 season. The team was determined using some very basic calculations with baseball statistics. Pitching for the Reds is Jose Rijo. The card shown for him is Topps 1996. Jose Rijo pitched for the Reds for 10 years. He made the All-Stars in 1994. His best year by the stat measurements I use was 1993, when he led his league in strikeouts, had a very low earned run average, and pitched a huge number of innings. He was a key part of the world champion 1990 Reds team and won MVP for that season's World Series. Catching for the Reds is Johnny Bench. The card shown for him is Topps 1972. Johnny Bench played 17 years with the Reds, making the All-Star team 14 of these, including each year in a row from 1968 through 1980. He was Rookie of the Year in 1968. He led his league in RBIs 3 times, home runs 2 times, and was league MVP in 1970 and 1972. He led his team to the postseason 6 times in the 1970s, including 4 World Series and 2 World Championships. He was a great defensive catcher and is considered by many to be the best catcher of all time for all teams. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1989. At first base is Joey Votto. The card for him is Topps 2016. He's currently in his 13th year with the team. Joey Votto has made the All-Stars 6 times. He's been great at getting on base during his career with the highest on-league base percentage. 7 times he's led the league in that. He was also MVP in 2010. Joe Morgan is at second base. The card shown for him is from Topps 1978. He was with the Reds for 8 seasons and made the All-Stars each of them, from 1972 through 1979. He was a key part of the Big Red Machine team of the 1970s that also included Johnny Bench and many other players that are on this all-time team. He was league MVP in 1975 and 1976, both of the years when that team went on to win the World Championship. Joe Morgan was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1990. Tony Perez is at third base for the Reds. His card is from Topps 1969. He played with the Reds for 13 seasons from 1964 through 1976, making the All-Star 7 of these years. He was also a key player of the Big Red Machine through 1976, the year when they won their second World Series. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2000. At shortstop for the Reds is Barry Larkin. His card is from Topps 1991. He played 19 seasons with the Reds from 1986 through 2004 and made the All-Stars 12 times. He led his teams to the postseason twice, including the 1990 World Championship. He was MVP in 1995. Barry Larkin was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2012. Pete Rose is the Reds' first outfielder. The card shown for him is Topps 1968. He was with the Reds for all or part of 19 seasons and made the All-Star team during 13 of these years. He was Rookie of the Year in 1963. He led his league in batting 3 times, runs scored 4 times, and hit 6 times while with the Reds. He was MVP in 1973. Pete Rose was also a key part of the Big Red Machine through 1976 and was MVP of the 1975 World Series. Pete Rose holds the Major League career record for most hits. Frank Robinson is my second Reds outfielder. The card shown for him is from Topps 1961. He played with the Reds for 10 seasons from 1956 to 1965 and made the All-Stars 6 times while with the team. All of his seasons are included in calculating his position on the team, as most of his career followed 1959 and excluding years before 1959 would give a diminished view of his accomplishments. Frank Robinson was Rookie of the Year in 1956 and also led the league in runs that year. He also led the league in runs in 1962. He was MVP in 1961, a year when he also led the Reds to the World Series. Frank Robinson, who's also my Orioles' #1 outfielder, was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1982. Beta Pinson is my third Reds outfielder. The card shown for him is from Topps 1959. He played with the Reds for 11 seasons from 1958 through 1968. He made the All-Stars twice while with the team and led his league in runs scored once and hits twice. He was a key part of the 1961 team that made it to the World Series. The next page includes the next 6 top pitchers and 3 top hitters who didn't make the first team. The players on this page are as follows: Johnny Cueto with the 2014 Topps card, Jim Maloney with the 1965 Topps card, Gary Nolan with the 1975 Topps card, Don Gullett with the 1975 Topps card, Tom Seaver with the 1979 Topps card, Clay Carroll with the 1970 Topps card, George Foster with the 1974 Topps card, Ken Griffey, that's Ken Griffey Sr., with the 1976 Topps card, and Eric Davis with the 1987 Topps card. Among current players, pitcher Raisel Iglesias has the most points by the system I used to make the team, but he has a long way to go and is not having a great 2018. Among the hitters, Eugenio Suarez is having a very good year, and he's under a long-term contract, so he seems to have the most realistic shot in several years, but he'll have to have many good years to do this, as the Reds hitting lineup is great at every position. And that's the fun of this, to see who comes along over the years and is able to make each team. Please keep an eye out for the Al's All-Time Stat Details video that I'll be posting next month, which will include more information on the stats that are used. That's all I have today for my all-time Reds team. Please let me know if you enjoyed this by hitting like. I'll do similar postings for additional teams if there's interest, so please share this with others and subscribe to my channel to see more. Thanks.